So it's 3:30 p.m. in Madrid, which means it is lunchtime. So we're outside at a little patio right across from our hotel, and we're going to be doing a battle of the soups. We plan on trying two different soups that are from the region of Córdoba, Andalusia, in southern Spain, and they are called Gazpacho and Salmorejo. And there are some similarities and some differences between these two cold soups, so we're going to be showing you what those are. Have arrived. I am having Gazpacho, Sam is having Salmorejo, and at first glance they do look quite similar, same color because it's a tomato base, but the topping is a little bit different. Now we're going to be actually tasting them and telling you about the ingredients and what sets these two apart. Okay, so time for the first spoonful of Gazpacho. Ho ho ho, baby. That is so good. It's tangy because of the tomato. Served cold, so it's really refreshing. And this one has a lot more ingredients than Salmorejo. So I just put in some chopped bell peppers, green and red peppers. It's also got a bit of onions in there. And it was drizzled with olive oil on top. So great combination on a hot summer day. I'm just going to keep enjoying this over here. So good. So two more things I'll mention about Gazpacho. If you don't want like a full bowl of soup, you can actually get it as a drink in a glass, and that's cheaper because it's smaller portions. And also Spanish Gazpacho is really different from Moroccan Gazpacho, which is what I was used to. The Moroccan recipe has chickpeas and beans, so don't be surprised if you come to Spain and there are no chickpeas in your Gazpacho. And Gazpacho also comes with a basket of bread on the side. So if you don't want to drink it like a soup, you can just dip some bread in there and almost treat it like a dip. Great either way. And you are having Salmorejo. Tell us what that's like.
And that's a little bit different than the Gazpacho. If you look down here, you can see that it's a thicker tomato puree, so basically it's thicker, and you'll also notice that there's some egg here. So I'm gonna have the first bite, see what it tastes like.
You have some egg, ham, and olive oil as your topping.
Yeah, it's almost a bit more like a cold stew than a soup. It's definitely thicker. I really like the taste. I like the olive oil drizzled on top too. It just it's a really awesome dish to have in the summer to cool down.
And apparently there's a mystery ingredient here. What is it?
Yeah, there's something cool that we discovered upon research, and that is that stale bread is in both of these soups.
Yeah, so they soak it in water and then just mix it in with the Gazpacho and the Salmorejo. But you wouldn't be able to tell at first glance.
No, you wouldn't.
Point for this meal.
So as an appetizer here in Madrid, you can pick one up for about €5, or if you want a smaller portion, you get in a glass for about €2 to €3, $2.50 usually.
So it is dinner time in Madrid, and today we are here at a local restaurant where we're going to be trying two different dishes. We are planning to eat paella and something called Fideuà. They are two dishes from the region of Valencia, and there are some similarities and some differences between the two, so we'll be showing you those as soon as the plates arrive.
Food has arrived.
Yes, so I'm going to introduce mine first. I am having the Fideuà, which is kind of like a noodle paella, and it's made with vermicelli noodles, which are super thin. And mine has mussels, prawns, and squid, as well as artichoke hearts. So let's take a big bite of this. That's really nice. Wow. You can really taste the seafood, super flavorful. And I also like that the noodles are a little bit overcooked, like they're nice and soggy, which is how I like them. So I'm quite happy with my meal so far. Okay, Okay, so your mixed paella has arrived. Tell us about it.
Yeah, the paella is finally here. So the mixed paella has a whole bunch of different things. Let's take a look down at it.
Okay.
So you can see that there's chicken, we've got shrimp, we've got other kinds of seafood, we've got peas, and it's got kind of a, looks like to be a yellow type of curry sauce.
Nice.
So let's take the first bite here. My favorite Spanish food. The thing I like about it so much is that you have all these different ingredients and it just has such a flavorful sauce on top of the rice. It's just so good.
To try the traditional paella from Valencia, that one would actually have chicken and rabbit because that's what the original recipe calls for, but we're not really used to eating rabbit, so that's why we went with the mixed one that has chicken, some seafood, and chorizo.
So quite a few restaurants in Madrid and all throughout Spain have paella on the menu, but the ones that really specialize in it have a special kind of pan. So come take a look here.
Yeah.
And you can see that it's made right in it and brought to your table. And they have the wooden guards on the end that basically probably protect you from getting burnt.
Exactly. Well, we certainly polished that off, so now let's talk about the price.
Yeah, that was nice and filling. So in terms of price, it can vary widely. In more expensive, kind of like gourmet restaurants that really specialize in it, we've seen it go up to 30 or 35 euros. We've never actually ate somewhere like that. The place we went to was 11 euros, and we thought it was a really good value. We're both really full now. And I've also seen it as an appetizer in some smaller types of restaurants, and you can expect maybe to pay 7 or 8 euros for that.
So it is breakfast time here in Madrid. We've just rolled out of bed at 10 a.m., which is a bit unusual, but we're here at a local cafe and we're going to have a traditional Spanish breakfast. So we have ordered hot chocolate with churros and porras. So we're going to show you what those are like in just a few minutes. Something that is completely new for me. This is called Porras, and it's basically like a giant-sized churro. Like I've never seen anything
I
this
know,
big
like
before.
look at that. It's like it's wider than your shoulders.
All right, so we're gonna dip it in the hot chocolate because that's how things are done here. Oh, baby. That is delicious. It's nice and greasy and sweet. Probably not the healthiest way to start the day, but hey, when in Spain.
Hey, we're doing it the Spanish way.
That is delicious. I'm loving it.
I'm actually having the proper churros, which is a deep fried dough. And what I found interesting is when I've had this in Canada, it's more of a dessert, but over here in Spain, it is a breakfast, and it's a very popular breakfast item. So let's dip that right into the chocolate.
Show us how it's done.
Break off a piece here. Oh, and that hot chocolate is as thick as it gets. It must have some kind of special ingredients that make it especially thick and rich.
It's like mud.
Look, chocolate sludge. Wow. Let me just say, I can get very used to having this as my normal breakfast. It's that good.
So what I find unique about the Spanish churros is the shape. When we had these in South America, they were usually like long little strips. And also, there's no filling in these. I still haven't come across any Spanish churros that have fillings, whereas in South America they were stuffed with chocolate, vanilla pudding, dulce de leche, so that's another difference. Now, let's dip this. Ooh la la. This is so good. It's like a wishbone. So show us what you do with the leftover hot chocolate.
You know what, this is a breakfast that is like a gift that keeps on giving. What's left over is the hot chocolate, and it is amazing. It is so thick. Like we were talking earlier, it's almost like a sludge, but it's really rich and creamy. I think there's extra condensed milk or something.
So this is a super affordable breakfast. I've got the menu right next to me, and basically it's €2.50, and you get your peach juice, your hot chocolate, and either 3 churros or 3 porras. And yeah, I'm stuffed after all that food, surprisingly. It's time for another breakfast here in Madrid. Today we are having the madrileño, which is the local breakfast that everybody likes to eat in the city. And if you look down here, you'll be able to see this is tortilla, which is a potato and egg type of dish. So it's kind of like a potato and egg omelet, and it is delicious. It comes with a side of bread, and I can't wait to dig in. So good. So good.
This is your favorite breakfast.
It really is. I've been eating it daily. And on my birthday, I had it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's how much I like it.
Okay, so apparently how this dish is made is that the potatoes are first cooked in olive oil, and then the egg is added, and then it's just flipped over several times until it's done. It really is just like an omelet in a lot of ways.
So the Spanish tortilla has nothing to do with the Mexican tortilla. The Mexican one is just like one of those big round wraps that you use for quesadillas and burritos. But the Spanish tortilla is completely different, even though it shares the same name, so keep that in mind. And also, while we're talking about the Spanish tortilla, it can be prepared a few different ways. Like the most simple one of them all is potato and egg, but you can also start adding onions, peppers, ham, so it can get a little bit fancier. Okay, so what's the price for this delicious breakfast?
This tasty breakfast comes in at around €4, and usually it comes with the juice. They didn't have any today. It did come with coffee and bread. And it's a filling breakfast. It's a great way to start our day, and it's definitely one of the things we have the most while we're here in Madrid.